Good morning, fellow traders. Paul Wood here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Tuesday, June the 9th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check and see where we left off the market yesterday. So SPX, big push so far on the monthly chart. Early June, we're already getting close to the upper Bollinger Band on the monthly. Weekly chart, nice follow through so far on last week's strong candle as we target this open gap here pre-corona crash. Daily chart, another great candle. Another great candle as we push through Friday's highs and also target that open gap there as well. Still above the upper trend line, above the rising 80 EMA, at 21 EMA, 50 EMA, and then the 200, which it clobbered through about a couple weeks ago as it defended that and worked its way up. Um, let's take a look at the SPY here this morning and see where we're at. A nice push out, obviously through the breakdown levels. A little bit low volume yesterday on the increased size. One of the things that we saw yesterday that was kind of interesting is that the VIX. We'll take a look at that in a little bit here. So let's take a look at the how we're doing here this morning. So down a little bit here this morning on the S&P, but yesterday one of the things we noticed is that the market was strong yesterday, but so was the VIX, and so was gold. Right, so it was pretty interesting. So gold was rallying, the VIX was rallying, and the market was rallying. So that got us all a little bit concerned yesterday as we headed into today. So not that I'm surprised to see the market down. I'm not necessarily surprised that it is down, right? So I mean, it's been super bullish. Not surprised to see a little bit of a pullback here this morning, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. So let's take a look at the S&P futures here, see how they're hanging in there. Okay, so we talked about this last night. If we broke down below these signal zones, that if we broke down below the trend line here, that we'd potentially see a test of this signal zone. If we broke down here, we'd potentially see the 15 orb high, which is another zone. So we had a bear flag actually at that level. We got to the other 15 orb low right here, and we came all the way down to this signal zone here. So let's get that on the radar right there. Okay, and we're kind of bouncing off that right now with a bit of a double bottom here this morning. So we'll see how that goes into today and see if we can work our way above it. Looks like 32, basically the 3200 level, 3202 is going to be a key level to get above to try to start working its way back up again. But kind of a nasty down move last night. Some volume came in last night as well as the bears started to pick it up a little bit. So no real news other than, I mean, the Fed is starting to meet today. And maybe the market feels like that it erased last year's highs, that it's time to take a little bit of profit off of it. But overnight's a little bit odd, right? So we'll see how they go. See the plunge protection. The plunge protection is busy meeting today, so let's see if they'll when they take their way away from the buy button, maybe the market goes down a little bit. So we'll see how that goes into tomorrow when they actually have the Fed meeting, the Jerome Powell press conference. So we'll see how that goes into tomorrow. Let's take a look at the MES here. Same thing. So good stuff there. All right, let's take a look at the Qs. Qs this morning, not really down that much, only really down a point right here. Again, kind of a double-ish bottom, almost a 2B reversal right here. So let's see if that gets any power back to the upside. The IWM down a little bit more significantly. Interestingly enough, the Fed talked about increasing its lending to small and medium-sized businesses. These are kind of the smaller cap stocks here. So let's see how that goes. Initially, there was a bullish reaction against that, and then overnight here, it looks like it had a little bit more of a significant drop. So a bit of a 2B reversal here this morning. So let's see if they could try to rally up on that. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple down about 2 points this morning, but rallying off its lows from the pre-market here, which happened to correspond to yesterday's 15 orb low. So it's getting a little bit of a bounce off of that. So let's see how that goes into today. On the daily chart, you could see it had a pretty good day, right? Nice hammer yesterday as it hit all-time highs. Let's take a look at Tesla. So Tesla down a couple points here this morning. It basically closed at its highest level ever yesterday, but it has not closed above its all-time high. So let's see how that goes into today. Like I said, it's down a little bit pre-market, but bouncing off of those lows right now. Possible competition, Nikola. So Nikola Corporation hit a high in 95 yesterday. Yesterday I said it could possibly hit 100. We got pretty close, but pretty wild name right there. So we're going to keep an eye on it, see if we can break above those that 95 level to get another shot at 100 on that one. Not a lot of options to choose from after it's kind of been maxed out after it basically doubled in value in one day. So We'll see how that goes. Keep an eye on CHK today. Just announced a bankruptcy plan, so it's down a little bit here after an epic run up. So you can see it had a huge move last couple days, big move yesterday, and it's down a bit here pre-market. It's like, oh, okay, we moved up a lot now. Let's declare bankruptcy. M was able to secure a bunch of financing, so it's up here pre-market. Drifted back a little bit here with the rest of the market, but they tried to rally it back up again. So let's see where it opens here going into today. Let's take a look at SIG. Couple earnings here, jewelry names, so that's down a little bit here pre-market. And let's take a look at TIFF, another jewelry name that's been all over the place, right, with buyouts and all that type of stuff. So a little bit of a spike here pre-market, but a couple jewelry names to keep an eye on here today. Those are basically the only things going on the earnings scene. So good stuff, guys. Well, I hope everybody has a great trading day today, and we'll see you guys at Lunchtime Market Update. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.